Hi everyone, are you ready to be fired up? Because I am. I have a powerhouse woman here, Ginger Walker. She is from Northern Virginia, and she is the best person you can ever imagine. She's the team lead, and she's also the broker of the Giveback team. Right, Ginger?
Well, I'm technically not a broker. In Virginia, we're realtors, but I run the Giveback team in Northern Virginia. Yeah.
Okay, she runs the Giveback team. So if you want to know her secret, she's like a super heavy high hitter. She has so much business, she can't even handle it, even right now during this crisis. So if you're ready to be fired up, sit back, relax, and let's get ready to be fired up. But before we get into it, remember right now, because of what's going on, I want to personally coach, train, and help you. So we are offering our challenge for free. It's normally $100, valued at over $10,000. You get 20 days of coaching with me personally while I walk you through innovative ways to utilize digital marketing and social media to help you stand out as the expert authority in your field. So just go to KristaMashore.com/challenge. KristaMashore.com/challenge, and remember, it is free. Okay, Ginger, how are you doing? Thanks for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. I am fired up.
I know. Good. So let me just tell you all, so you know how I met Ginger. So as you know, I eat my own dog food. We are in a training program together that we each bought into. It's not a very it's a very expensive program that we bought into, but it's absolutely phenomenal. So when we talk to people about hiring coaches and mentors to help you get where you want to go, not only do we say it, we believe it, and we eat our own dog food. So Ginger, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am Ginger Walker, and I run a small team in Northern Virginia called Giveback Team, and our brokerage is Coldwell Banker Elite, and we are the #1 team for 2 years in a row, and I've had been the #1 agent as a solo agent for a couple of years. So we just love what we do, and we believe in not only being super passionate and great to our clients, but also the community that we live in, and that's why we're called the Giveback Team.
I love that. So tell me a little bit about the giving back. Before we get into that, how many transactions are you guys doing? And talk to me about the number of units that you're doing. How many units did you guys do?
So, well, last year we did just under 100, and for us, the average sales price is about 400 where we're at. Our trajectory for this year is to hit about 200, and we're only 3 agents. We're 3 active agents. I'm the listing agent. I've got 2 buyer's agents. I have someone new that we're bringing onto the team as a buyer's agent. So we're considered a small team because we're 4 and under. But for the amount of transactions that we did in our volume, we actually had ranked within Northern Virginia for Coldwell Banker Big Company as well, which is super awesome. I'm very, very proud of that.
That's so good. I know a lot of times people will say, well, we sold this many houses, but they have, 85 agents working under them, and so it doesn't really count. So I think that's really important to actually notice. Well, good for you. Congratulations. And I'm not surprised because you definitely are a powerhouse. So talk to me a little bit about the giving back part of it, and then I want to talk about strategy.
So I started back in 2008. So if you could sell a house in 2008, you could sell a house at any time. So I'll just say that. But I had a passion of not only helping my clients, but also helping my community. And so what I did was I started volunteering. I sat on boards for different organizations that are local, and I ended up giving back to the charity of my client's choice after each closing. And someone had given me the nickname of the Giveback Girl, Ginger the Giveback Girl. And so I found like-minded agents, and my business had grown to the point where it was either I had to refer everything away or I had to started a team. And we are technically, our first full year was last year together as Giveback Team, and this is our 2nd year truly as a team. But we believe in giving back one closing at a time. So after we close, the client gets to pick the charity of their choice. We make a donation afterwards, and we also do a lot within the community. We do a lot with Children's National Hospital in DC. We do capital caring. We do all kinds of different things, but we also work within the schools to help with the backpack drives and stuff like that. So we really believe where we live, work, and play, we should also give back as well. So that's why we're called Giveback Team.
I love that. That's awesome. And, I think that comes along my mindset of serve, don't sell. So when you're serving your community, you're giving back, you're adding value, you're helping. Ultimately, as you can see from you guys did just under 100 transactions last year. You're going to double that this year with just a very small team of 3. and giving back. How much would you say, because of your giving back mindset, has that helped your business?
So, like you said, you come from a level of contribution or serving, and I can't even put a price tag on it because there's so many people that come to us as a result of it. Or, hey, we heard Giveback team did this, and wow, this is amazing, and we want to work with you. So for us, it's just astronomically exploded. Like now, a lot of the conversations that we're having are as a result of our giving back and as a result of us doing a great job for our clients. So it's hey, this is an amazing agent and they do this too. How cool is that? And so the combination of the two together, it's just, it's phenomenal. And people really appreciate the fact that we value them as clients, but we also value the community that we live and play in.
And how much, do you mind me asking how much you guys give? Is there a certain percentage, or how does that work?
So we give a flat donation. I used to give 10%, and it was really hard because I could have a transaction, of $1 million. I can have a transaction of $100,000. And in my opinion, no charity deserves any more or less. They're all equally important, right? So for us, we just do a flat donation. Part of it comes from the agent, part of it comes from the team. And we do that just as a flat donation to every charity.
Oh, that's great.
It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So, so give us some ideas of different types of things that you're doing outside of just the charity. You said you do a lot with your community. Can you be really specific? I want to be able to have agents, and not just agents, but anyone listening, because any business needs to think about this. Whether you're a doctor, an attorney, a lawyer, a CPA, an insurance agent, real estate agent, lender, this applies to you because we all are a part of our local communities, and the more that we can give back, be of service, give value, make a difference, the more people recognize it. And that's not why we do it, but it's a subsidiary of it, right? Because you're doing that, automatically you start to just generate more business. So can you give us some ideas of things you've done within the community, like specifically what you did, how you did it, how you organized it, to give them some ideas?
Sure. So one of the easiest things I think anybody can do is partnering with their local school system. And so this is a great example that could cross any boundary, any state. So in the beginning of the school year, they have a backpack drive. And so we decided, you know what, let's help them be a location where people could drop off the backpacks, drop off whatever the components to make up the backpack for each grade level. And then we took it a step further, and instead of just going to where the day is that they put them all together, we actually did it for them. And we walked in with, I want to say it was like 60 finished backpacks for different grade levels. And so we also then contributed by helping put the other backpacks together. So that's just one thing that's really easy. So anybody can do something like that. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and everyone has a school. So that's a great way to get involved in your community right off the bat. You can do it today.
Okay, great. What other kind of things have you done?
So I've also, one thing you can do is join a local organization. I sat on the board for an organization called Fairy Godmother Project in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And it helps local families that have children with cancer. And it's not for a cure, but it's helped give the gift of time back to the family. So you can get involved in a local board. You can do a toy drive. We partnered with B101.5, which is one of the local radio stations, and Children's National. And, when kids go to a hospital and they get stuck there, they might not have a toy, or they may be there for a birthday or an event. So we actually started a toy drive, things like that. There's so many different great, amazing things that you can get involved in. And whatever your passion is, I say start there. I happen to have kids in school, so that was my natural, go-to, is anything with kids and anything with animals, because I've got pets as well. So we also adopted and started a program for our local animal shelter and adopted a room and paid for the cats in this one cat condo for the entire year. And they put a little plaque up with our name on it, which was super awesome. So there's different things that you can do. Find what your passion is, and then work with that, because you're going to want to do it for them, if it's something that you love to do.
It's so true. When you do find something you love to do, that it totally helps. A lot of my students, they do like adopt a pet of the week, or they have done adopt a road, or there's so many, and it just goes like wildfire. I actually have an organization called Teens Lifting Lives, and what I do is I actually pay children to go through an 8-week training with me where they have to read a book. Like we've read I'm a Badass by Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule, School of Greatness, Think and Grow Rich. I can name a bunch more. So they have to read a book. Yeah, they have to read a book. They have to do one random act of kindness a day. They have to promise to be drug and alcohol free. And they have to read the book and then show up every day for a training, not every day, once a week for a training with me. And then I give them $750, and out of that $750, they have to give $250 of it back to a local community. And we've put, hundreds of kids through it. And when I did it because I was reading the book Think and Grow Rich, and it like talked about if you have this great idea, and I love kids, and kids aren't taught they aren't taught like to be leaders, to think differently, you can do anything you want to. So I started this, and when I first started, they wanted to write this article on me, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it because I want recognition or notoriety. I love kids. I was a teacher, But it's gotten to the point where they've written an article on me, and people have come to me and said, "We come to you because of your Teens Lifting Lives program," and and again, that's not why I did it, but it just happens that way,
Right. And it's a win for everybody in my opinion, and that's the key. And if it comes from the right place, then the business comes as a result of doing good things. I firmly believe that, and so that's amazing. And those are great books, by the way.
Oh yeah, great books. Yeah, all of them. I love. So the new one that we're going to be doing, it's called The Slight Edge. So The Slight Edge, and then an even better one is The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big is very similar to Think and Grow Rich, but it's a little bit easier to understand. So that's going to be my next one that I'm going to do, and I think I'm actually going to do it this time a little bit differently because the kids are home. So I'm going to change it up, but it is a lot of work,
Yeah, no, for sure, but it's worth it. I'm sure it's definitely worth it in the end.
Oh, absolutely. And now I can do it like during the day because they're all off of school anyways. They have time to show up, right? They'll probably want to do it. Okay, well, great. So I love the idea of giving back. I love your team name. It's so awesome. You can tell you're super passionate about it. And what Ginger said is really important. Find something that you're passionate about. Like, I love teenagers. I was a teacher, right? So that's my thing. She has teenagers. She likes animals. That's her thing. If you find something that you're passionate about, it'll make it easy for you to do, right? One of my slogans is people before things, and the things will always come. If you treat people right and you do the right things, the things just come. It's easy.
Absolutely. I mean, I agree with you 1,000%. No doubt.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big, going from... What do you attribute to going from 100 to 200 homes in a year?
So, we've kind of switched up our systems and processes, and we've brought on a lot more support people to help us get there. And so now we've added a photographer, videographer to our mix. We have a social media content coordinator, a marketing person, a transaction coordinator. And then you might have met Zach, I think, today on one of our calls, but we have what we call the director of operations. And in my world, he's the director of chaos because, all of us to deal with, it is a little chaotic sometimes. But I think having a great support team behind us, and then also bringing on good agents. And so, like I mentioned before, we do have someone that we're going to be bringing on the team once I can actually get in front of him more, because he literally got his license. We were going to bring him on the team, and then, business kind of changed upside down a little bit for us. So, but it's growing, and it's growing at a good rate too. And for us, we have a lot of business. We had a lot of business before this slowdown, and it's not really a slowdown. It's just a change of business. So for us, it's just consistency and really leveraging our relationships that we already have. I think that's critical, and especially now that a lot of people are home, making that face-to-face on Zoom connection or making those phone calls. Everyone says, I don't have time. Well, what do you have time to do? What are you doing now? So it's making those connections. And really, that's brought a lot of business our way in just the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, so getting on the phone, sending bomb videos, actually making connections, seeing how people are. You made a good point. Everyone always says they don't have enough time. Well, right now you've got nothing but time. So what's your excuse right now, right? There's no excuses. There's no better time than ever than right now to get up on the phone. People actually want to talk to you. They want to answer the phone. And don't worry about saying you're not asking for business. You're just asking how they are.
Right.
What can you do for them? How can you serve them? How can you help them? How are you coping, right? One of the things that my team is doing right now is we actually are calling people just like that. And then we're also saying, listen, I don't know about you, but we're super cooped up. We're trying to keep busy. So we're updating our database. I want to make sure that I've got all your emails and birthdays right so Krista can send you cards and stuff. And so that's been a really good icebreaker on getting people to want to talk, as well as getting people to write reviews for us from the past and just saying, I know you're bored, you've got time, do you mind doing this now? Right? There's opportunities that are presenting themselves due to what's going on.
Absolutely. I think, and reviews are critical. And when you get someone talking on the phone, and it's funny, there's no excuse. And I found this out, and I proved my own point, and I proved myself wrong. that there's no excuse to not follow up with someone even from years ago. So I actually contacted someone from 5 years ago, and I ended up not only helping them sell their house, but buy another one. And so, even if you haven't talked to someone for years, there's still no excuse. You made an impact on their life and they made an impact on you, right? So it's still someone that you can pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what? I am so sorry I haven't talked to you in XYZ amount of time, whatever it is. Yeah. But you know what? I'm home. I know you're home. And I just wanted to call and see how you were doing and say hi and catch up. And you know what? Those phone calls mean so much more than you think. And even if you feel apprehensive because you haven't talked to them in a long time, it's not, now's the time. And they will remember you because you helped them buy that house or sell that house. But you need to make sure that they remember you by saying, hey, you know what? It's Ginger, and it was so great to help you buy your home. And I haven't talked to you in a while. What have you done? Like, are you doing any projects on the house? Or, just get into the conversation. As uncomfortable as it might be, get uncomfortable, and then you're going to get comfortable. And so that's just a way to rekindle even old relationships, which we're really striving to do too, because right now, in a time where we're socially disconnected, we're told to not be near each other by 6 feet. It's a way to be human, and get on that level. And you're not selling them anything. You're just saying hello. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And they appreciate it right now. They're going to actually answer the phone. So if you're apprehensive, we have our students do 10 video text messages a day and 10 phone calls every single day. And they pick up business just from that alone, by actually making a connection. You're not asking for anything. You're just there to add value and to make somebody smile. And I love it, Ginger. You said, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. I feel so bad. Can you believe it's been 5 years? I feel like it's been a week. As time goes by so fast.
Yeah, exactly. And like if you can do the Zoom calls with some people, some people just need that little extra touch. That's what we're doing. And if if someone wanted to go to our website, they could book a half-hour call with me and we could do a Zoom conversation just like we're doing, or with Melissa or with AJ or anyone from our team. We're making that ability to make a connection, which I think a lot of people are craving right now, which is pretty awesome. So, I've been on lots of Zoom calls lately and I'm happy about it because that means I'm making connections with people and, checking in and seeing how things are going, which to me it's all about people. That's what this business is for real estate. It's all about people. It's all about connections, and it's all about people feeling, good about you and them feeling like you understand and care about them.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to see their growth. I'm the fact that you're just giving back to the community. You can tell you really are passionate about it. You're doing it for the right reasons. That totally comes across, which is a bonus as well. And your growth is exponentially been amazing to do as well. And her strategy is what? It's serving. Serve, don't sell, and ultimately you'll sell more. And picking up the phone, making connections, caring about people, giving back, and every single person, no matter what business you're in, can do that. You all can do that. And we should be giving it back, especially with, you're making great money. So to be able to give money back is just is awesome.
Well, and it makes you feel a part of something bigger. And, I take the lesson from my mom. My mom was a very giving person. And so I attribute it to my mom. I always just believe in doing good things and doing the right thing. And, it's just who I am. And that's why the team that I have, they're such amazing individuals, and they all have the same feeling that I do, that, I don't have to say, oh, you have to do this. You have to go and, go to the animal shelter and play with the cats. And, it's everyone wants to do it, and it gives everyone a sense of purpose also. And that connectivity to the community is it's huge. So, and that and just being in the community. For any new agents, for me, the thing is people need to know, like, and trust you. And how do they do that? Well, they get to know you. And so for us, that's a way that people get to know us in a different way than just me saying, okay, let's go out on Saturday at 2:00 and go see 6 houses. It's a different side to us that sometimes people don't know or don't share. And so it's just a unique opportunity for people to see a different side of Ginger or Krista or AJ and Melissa on my team. It's just a different opportunity to shine in a different direction.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, that is awesome. So I always ask everyone the same question before we end. If there's one piece of advice, Ginger, you could give every single person listening, whether they're in real estate or any other profession, what would it be?
Connect with people. Connect with people. It's just so important. My piece of advice would be communicate with people on their level. So, some people like texting, some people like calling, but it's all about people. Anything in sales, anything in industry and business, it's all, in my opinion, it's all about people and relationships. So cultivate those relationships, because a lot will come from that.
Ah, that's wonderful. And by the way, Ginger actually has her own radio show. Tell us a little bit about that, Ginger.
So I'm on B101.5, which is a local radio station here out of the Fredericksburg area. And I'm on every first Friday. And I answer, the segment's called Ask the Realtor. And I'm on with Dee Daniels. It's her morning show. And I'm on from 7 to 8. So you can hear me anywhere from DC to Richmond. And we post everything, all of the chats that we have and all the questions I answer on our Facebook and YouTube page also. So you can see that by going to givebackteam.com or just putting Giveback Team in the YouTube browser, and you'll find all of my stuff on the radio station. And I have a podcast too. So at some point, I'm like to turn the table on you and have you on my podcast as well.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to. Yes, anytime. So awesome. So the Giveback Team, go check her stuff out. She landed a radio show because of her amazing willingness to give back to the community, and she's not paying for it. It is free, everyone. She doesn't have to pay to advertise. It's free advertisement because of her awesome ways. So Ginger, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And don't hang up, don't leave yet. And everyone, remember, it's great to listen, but if you don't take action, nothing happens. You have to actually implement. And please don't forget, we would love for you to join us on our 3 clients in 30 days. Go to KristaMashore.com/challenge. That's KristaMashore.com/challenge, where you'll get coached personally by me for 21 days how to use digital marketing and social media to become the authority in your field. Make it a great day. Thank you for your time, everyone. Love you, love it. And I will see you next time. Be sure to subscribe and like. You know, it always helps me. Thanks, everybody. Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free, and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.